Hi, Reverend Paula Zabkar here from Spiritual Soul Center, the first Sunday in May. Happy May. I'm excited to be recording outside and to feel the freshness of the new world in this way. So let's take a minute together as we spend some time together today by taking a deep breath and taking in the newness of the world. To breathe in and to breathe out and to be satisfied in this very moment. To be even in some deep joy in this moment for the newness of the world. Breathing in and breathing out. And to feel that joy, that deep, abiding peace and ease in this very moment now. For the breeze, for the newness, we indeed are grateful, and so it is. Amen. Thank you for joining this morning or this evening or whatever time you're listening to this message to connect in this way. Last Sunday, Renee and I watched a little bit of the Oscars on Sunday evening, and we didn't stay up for the whole ceremony. It was interesting, but we are early to bed and early to rise, so we didn't see it all. So the next morning, I was a little curious about who won and what the press had to say about the way things went. And what I came to find out in an article I read is that Tyler Perry received the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award for his commitment to social justice issues and to his work at creating a safe workspace and work environment during the pandemic that we've been experiencing. And here's what Academy President David Rubin had said about Tyler Perry earlier this year. He said Tyler's cultural influence extends far beyond his work as a filmmaker. He has quietly and steadily focused on humanitarian and social justice issues from the beginning of his career, caring for people who are most often ignored. And here is part of what he said while he accepted the award on Sunday. He said, "When I set out to help someone, it is my intention to do just that. I am not trying to do anything other than meet somebody at their humanity." And his wish for the future is to teach our kids to refuse hate. He dedicated this award to anyone who wants to stand in the middle. No matter what's around the walls, stand in the middle, because that's where healing happens. That's where conversations happen. That's where change happens. It happens in the middle. And I thought, what a powerful teaching that is. What a powerful teaching that's actually been around for centuries. It reminded me of the Buddhist tradition called the Middle Way. It's the teaching that advises us to move away from the extremes and to find the balance and the power in the middle. And then, according to Tyler Perry, to find the healing, to find the conversations that we're drawn to find that in the middle. To find that in the middle. So, what exactly is the middle? Because I believe we are bombarded by the extremes. We are bombarded by the extremes in our own life and in the media as well. We are bombarded by the extremes in how we treat people, in our government, in our economics, in our politics, in our religion. It's about the extremes in our financial world, and the media promulgates that. I mean, that's what we see, the clashes and the conflicts. We're bombarded by that, by the many opinions and beliefs that are at the extremes, ours included, because we think in extremes. You know the old, you are either with me or against me. You're either for me or against me. When it comes to all sorts of things like climate change, the Black Lives Movement, immigration, economics, inequality, social justice, all those things. You're either with me or against me. There are either the haves or the have-nots. You are either weak or strong, good or evil. Well, you know what? The truth is, the natural world does not operate in the extremes. The natural world that has so much to teach us does not operate at those extremes. It exists in a natural balance. It evolves and grows and changes. That's the nature of things. Even when there's a cataclysmic event, like a hurricane, we're have experience of those if we live in Wilmington, North Carolina, and what the waves do, and the power of water and moving sand and flooding. It's amazing, the power in that kind of cataclysmic event. But you know what? The world finds its way back into a balance. It grows and changes. It doesn't look the same. But the natural world finds a way back into that balance. It's the middle way, where the world rests and finds ease and grows and changes, where there's possibility and when there's a dedication to the moment. It's only along the coast when we humans try to force the natural world to work and to stay in an extreme that doesn't work. And in the end, the natural world wins anyway. And it's not only about things out here, outside of ourselves, that are in the extremes. We have those kind of extremes in ourselves as well. We have anger and indifference. Those extremes exist in us. Panic and denial. Worry about the future, regret about the past. How do we find the middle way in this world of extremes? How is it possible to live in the middle, in the place of possibility, in the place where Tyler Perry says, where we grow, where we heal, where we change? Well, I was reminded, like I said, of the Buddhist path of the middle way, and I want to read what Jack Kornfield says in the book called The Wise Heart. When we discover the middle path, we neither remove ourselves from the world nor get lost in it. We can be with all of our experience in its complexity, with our own exact thoughts and feelings and drama. We learn to embrace tension, paradox, and change. Instead of seeking resolution, waiting for the chord at the end of the song, we let ourselves open and relax in the middle. In the middle, we discover the world is workable. Ajahn Sumedho teaches us to open to the way things are. He says, of course, we can all imagine more perfect conditions, how it should be ideally, how everyone else should behave. But it's not our task to create an ideal. It's not our task to create an ideal. It's our task to see how it is and to learn from the world as it is. For the awakening of the heart, conditions are always good. Jack says, here is the 24th principle of Buddhist psychology. The middle way is found between all opposites. Rest in the middle and find well-being wherever you are. That's why we're here. We're here to awaken our own hearts and not to be in angst in the meantime. To stand in the middle without judgment, no matter what's around us, no matter what those walls are. And to be the peacemakers, and to be the healers, and to start the difficult conversations and invite everyone for the table. Invite them all. Whoever shows up, have that conversation. And take the next step in a direction as a result. The extremes are not the enemy. By the way, the extremes are not the enemy. It's not like the extremes are bad and the middle is good. I would say the extremes are where we start on the way toward wholeness. They're the place we start. The extremes are what calls attention to what requires healing, what needs to be healed. what is in need of change. We don't deny the extremes, we just realize that we do not grow, we do not heal, we do not find peace at the extremes. That's what they're there to remind us of. That our work is to be mindful and aware between the opposites, to be present in the very moment, to trust the power and possibility in that. It takes time to awaken our heart, to reawaken it. And that's why there's grace and patience and humility and kindness. Our human race is best served by those who choose to practice, finding the way to the middle, knowing that that's where the healing happens. And here's an invitation from Jack Kornfield from the same book. It goes like this: sit in the middle of it all. The paradox, the messiness, the hopes and fears. Take your seat like a king or queen on the throne, and allow the play of life, the joy and sorrows, the fears and confusion, the birth and the death around you. Allow it. Don't think you have to fix it. Don't think we need to fix it. Let's remember Tyler Perry's call to us that healing and peace and possibility, they happen in the middle. The conversations happen there. That's where we'll find our way forward. That's where we'll find it. So let's take this into meditation today. Let's find the middle at this very moment in ourselves. The place where we can rest, the place where clarity and peace exist, the place where the next possibility resides, where the wisdom of God is, where we can be in the world, but not of it. Let's rest in that place now. It is the wise heart that knows the middle way. It is the wise soul who decides and has the courage to follow the middle way, the middle path. It is the wise one in us that knows in the middle is the place of healing and wholeness and possibility. The place where we experience life with an ease and a strength that just isn't available at the extremes. For this deep wisdom, for our embrace of it in this very moment now, we are grateful, and so it is. Amen. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Let's close in this way together. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. May all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all be well. May all be peaceful and at ease. May all be happy. Amen. Until next time.